Shalom, friends. Rabbi Brad Artson here from the Ziegler School of Rabbinic Studies at American Jewish University in Los Angeles. I want to offer a thought about Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, which is the holiest day of the year in the biblical calendar and in the Jewish calendar. On this day, Jews fast. We wear white as a symbol of purity and of joy. We focus on apologizing to other people who we may have wronged, and to certainly those we know we have wronged. We try to heal broken relationships. But I want to talk about how Yom Kippur became a day of personal introspection, because that's not how it started. In ancient times, when the temple stood in Jerusalem, every day of the year people would bring sacrifices for their wrongdoings, for their sins, for their thanksgiving offerings, for moments of gratitude. And the altar would become soggy with the blood and the sins that the people Israel brought. And so once a year there was a day of cleansing. But the cleansing wasn't so much for the people as for the accumulated sins that they had brought to the temple. So the high priest and all of the Kohanim would do these elaborate rituals in which they would finally enter the Holy of Holies, sprinkle purifying blood, and cleanse the place of the past year's transgressions, at which point the Kohen would announce to the people, "You're forgiven." Over time, with the temple no longer available to us, having been destroyed by the Romans, we've turned this holiday, as the Bible understands, into a day of personal cleansing. What are the sins we need to remove? What are the things I've done in the past or the choices I've made that are no longer me, who I ought to be at my best? But I want to remind us that it's both. You cannot purify yourself at the expense of society. If there are wrongs out in the world that we are part of, then we have an obligation to be part of the solution, the cure. That means being kinder to ourselves and each other. It means being more patient with ourselves and each other. It means listening to views we disagree with. It means having informed conversations whose goal is not victory, but understanding. And that's true with the personal level too. You can't just cleanse society and ignore your own personal role. So how we treat each other, how we respond to each other, how we're willing to learn from each other and forgive each other, that also is a crucial part of this day. So as we approach Yom Kippur, I want to invite all of us to take a moment to think seriously about how we make choices, individual and communal, social and personal. And then let's do the hard work of cleansing, of cleaning up, of apologizing, and of rebuilding. I wish everybody a very meaningful Yom Kippur. May your fast be productive.